IT sector has been known to support businesses and industries across the globe. During the pandemic, it has continued to provide that support in a way that it is helping people to meet their needs. I'm happy to have with me a vice president of a reputed IT firm in India who has been working on coming up with solutions and strategies that are helping them to meet customer needs in a way which is creative, innovative, and effective. And another side of her personality is that she enjoys multiple hobbies and explores them to the fullest. I'm happy to have with me Shilpa Dhable on Her Stories.
The word that best describes her is multifaceted. Shilpa is a dynamic leader who believes in collaborating with people around her and seizing opportunity to transform things for better even amidst challenges. Her approaches at workplace have contributed in steering teams even through very critical times. Her mantra in life is to follow the progression of education, career, love, and marriage, and has to be done in a way that no step is skipped. She is a firm believer in this philosophy. She possesses a vibrant personality and chooses to pursue as many interests as she wishes to. Shilpa regularly delves into all sorts of hobbies, from adventure sports to pursuing love for folk traditions, following yoga regularly. A singer, Shilpa does not feel that compromising on any of her interests is a sign of greatness. Shilpa has been way ahead of her times when it comes to raising her two daughters. When she says she believes in giving them full freedom to lead their lives, she means it. Then it may be about the choice of clothes or careers, her daughters are free to make their life decisions. And Shilpa says that it has only helped them to build a stronger sense of trust and friendship amongst them. What more could a mother ask for? So, here is Shilpa with her zest for life.
The IT sector in India is considered one of the key drivers of economic growth. It is something on which other businesses are dependent for their own operations and business transformation. It has been affected by the COVID crisis and it has been an unprecedented one. What are some of the important innovative solutions, the contingency plans that the IT firms have come up with? I have with me today a vice president from a very reputed IT firm, Shilpa Dhable, on Her Stories. And she'll be exploring some of those areas. What were the initial level challenges, how they were met, and what are some of those long-term solutions and innovative approaches that are being taken to mitigate risk and also to ensure that the clients are and the customers are served well. Hi Shilpa, welcome on Her Stories.
Hi Richa, thank you so much. I'm really glad to be here on this show that this whole thing that you put together called Her Stories, and my best wishes to you to have a very successful venture. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Shilpa. Thank you for your wishes. Yeah, Shilpa, you have been in this field for many, many years. And I think you will not disagree that this crisis is a very unprecedented one. And IT sector in India has always seen a high, it's been booming, it's been supporting many other industry sectors, individuals. So what was your thought initially when you were confronted with these challenges that came to you? And how did you decide upon that time that what are some of the strategic changes you'll have to bring about in order to meet the day-to-day business needs also?
Certainly, it is like you rightly said, it is an unprecedented event that has happened in our lives, and of course, IT sector is also impacted big time. It is one of the backbone of the India Inc., as we call it, and obviously we had to the whole industry was grappling a couple of months ago as to what really is happening with us and what is going to be the impact, and coming to terms with how do we cope with this kind of thing. I mean, everybody was just shoved into this thing like this whole event, the COVID situation, as we call it now, and the new normal that is coming in our lives. And we are also ourselves realizing that the whole way of life is changing for us, not only in our personal day to day, but also the whole point about talking about the IT industry. So I think IT industry did see a lot of ups and downs, and the many years that it has been one of the key industries in India, one of the very profitable industries in India, having generated so much talent, having generated so much revenue, for us as we serve the world, with our IT solutions and our resources. So obviously, when this happened, first of all, it was like a coming to terms with what is this really, and how is it going to impact us. And of course, the biggest impact which was on us, on our own safety. So immediately our, as you know, the IT offices, like all other office industries, were closed. But IT work is a work which obviously can be done, from your own laptops, your own machines. You don't need, like manufacturing industry, like the retail industry, you don't really need a complete setup. You can just continue working. So there was a big grappling of sorts done from the business continuity point of view. Let us keep continuing our work and not get as much impacted as possible. So I think most of the IT firms have gotten to terms with that and managed to have about 90% of their work being done and having their business continued in that sense. So that has been the first and foremost impact or understanding and coming to terms with, this whole COVID situation that was upon us.
Thank you for mentioning that, Shilpa, because what we normally hear is, through figures, that this is that kind of disruption that different sectors are experiencing. These are kind of changes that are coming about. But what really people go through, as you mentioned, many other sectors may be scrambling for contingency plans. The IT and IT-enabled sectors have been more, on the side where they have enabled people to work from home. And as you mentioned, they have this kind of an luxury, if I may say, to work on their machines and work from their remote locations. That is true. And going forward, Shilpa, what are your thoughts and vision, I would say, that if we have to think of solutions or innovative solutions coming up for our customers and helping people optimize on their resources, so what are some of those aspects that you have thought of and have been thinking of working on?
Absolutely. I mean, once coming to terms with, once ensuring that the business continuity for our customers was ensured, once understanding that can we deploy resources as and when needed elsewhere, those who had to be at work in the office and now cannot be, how do we manage that workforce? Can we repurpose them elsewhere? All of this obviously happened in the entire, I'm sure the entire IT industry, worked on all this. And at the same time, it was the need of the hour for the IT firms to think of, how the situation is not upon one sector or some IT firms or something like that. It is the world is facing it. So all our customer base, the clientele, which is in America, then in Europe, Middle East, Asia Pacific, Africa, everywhere where our customer base is, we had to think of, what is it that they are really going to be looking for in this? How can we really help everybody? I mean, everybody needs help in coming to terms with this to cope with the situation. Obviously, our customers were also struggling, were also, thinking, evolving, understanding from their partners. And we, as a service provider, IT company, obviously was upon us to see how we can help. And in doing this, we different industry sectors of ours, how could we really work with them, give them some kind of solutions to, not only to come to terms with things like, how do I ensure my entire workforce is connected from home, if at all from home, and then how do they ensure that they don't falter. They all that is needed to be ensured to be work from home is there, given to them on their laptops. Some kind of licensing issues, tools that we can enable, remote security, all of these various aspects of working, the infrastructure related. When I'm saying, even if it is very easy to say, oh, just open your laptop and from home and just work, it's not really that easy when there are so many other things to consider. And in all this, we obviously as an organization or in the IT sector, everybody wanted to come up with some baseline solutions which can help our customers grapple with the situation, cope with the situation, come out as a winner, and it's a win-win for both. Not only for us but also for the customer, where we also see in helping our customers in whichever way, giving them multiple solutions, giving them innovative ideas, building pilots for them. Let us try it this way, let us try it that way. So I I've been hearing, as you know, webinars galore, in this entire period, where we're hearing from experts and IT industry group. We ourselves have been arranging a lot of such sessions and experts, and we've been hearing from gardeners and foresters of the world, how it is going to impact and what is coming for us, and all of this. We ourselves also, after hearing from all these experts and all of this, wanted to see how can we really make a difference to our customers, make them realize that this is unprecedented and these are your needs that are going to be. And we kind of divided the whole situation in three ways. One of them being the before COVID situation, or the earlier normal that we had, the during COVID situation, and the after COVID, what can we expect? So it is BC, DC, and AC. We kind of called it that way, before COVID, during, and after. And it was interesting because then we could nicely, nicely classify, categorize, our solutions, or what can we offer to our customers, which was a little bit before COVID. We were giving them this. During COVID, this is what they're going to need, to be able to, operate. And then after COVID is going to be another challenge for us. And we are now in the after COVID, scenario, where we are now understanding, now that this whole lockdown ends and we start opening our offices, our employees start coming back, our customer end, it is pretty much the same situation which they face, coming back to work and all this. So we started also putting together some kind of a combined solutionings or combined products, in fact, if you may, to give to our customers. So all that, I think, was done not only by us but all our, and of course there were experts who helped us in understanding what is coming to us. And in all this, of course, revenue in the IT industry, the revenue drop which got caused, the whole impact on the is also, of course, felt so much by the IT companies. So in all of this, the whole the leadership in IT companies, the experts really want to ensure that the impact is minimal to our customers, for us. So we all are understanding how this fiscal year, the financial year 21, is going to be for us, and how can we really have as much minimal impact on our revenue, on our profitability, and last but not the least, on our income.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing in such good detail, and also the experiences and feelings and emotions that drive all of these actions. Because when we typically hear, it is always we are drawn by figures and how much of a percentage hit is some sector is going to experience, but what really people go through and what is the thought process that is driving some of their actions is equally important to understand. And Shilpa, it was very interesting of you to mention that what we are also now looking forward to it is the post-COVID situation. So, I mean, it is kind of uncertain at this time that we can really be sure of something, how it will pan out in the near future. So what are some of those steps that you have taken to ensure that, okay, these are the certain things that are must have, we can do it, and the certain things that may have to be a little more dynamic as we move forward?
No, I think very important, because I can tell you that the IT scene in big cities and including our city, we have this huge infrastructure, right, for IT, huge buildings, setup, the cafeterias, the big offices, and the outside lawns and gardens where people kind of use it for de-stressing, because the IT, it's like a 24-hour continuous job because of the global client, and nothing very different, but because everywhere we have people. So to cope with all this, we had the IT industry of what it was before COVID. It was all there and working, in a nice hunky-dory way, all of that very well. However, in all these times when we are now stuck at home, the emotional well-being obviously gets impacted. The only touch point that we have is all through, with our colleagues, is all through these video chats and, sitting on your, you're connecting through email and chats and stuff. So obviously there is an impact, emotional impact on all of us, and especially all of us in the IT industry are impacted by it. And here what we did, and I'm sure it's a no-brainer, but basically to have some informal chats, arranging these experts who are talking about various other things, having different competitions running all the time, the leaders addressing, having coffee talks, recipe sharing, all kinds of things. I should touch upon this also with you, Richa, because I'm sure you'll be interested to know that there is a women-centric group for my work at my workplace, and this group talked about a lot of these issues that are the peripheral issues of the whole COVID situation, where the maids are not there. So how does a worker cope up with all that? And IT industry is like it, right? It's a global world, so it's 24/7. How do we cope with you have to do your dishes, and you have to cook, and you have to manage, and then children, and all of this, I think has taken a toll. I shouldn't say that it is only there for IT. It's there for everybody, each of us. But how do we cope with this? How do we ensure our emotional well-being? So all of this was also thought about while we did think, how our customers don't get impacted.
Right.
On the other side of the coin, we also did, had to come up with a lot of different things, and a lot of very interesting discussion happened on this group, where all my colleagues, women colleagues, shared a lot of things that they are doing differently. It was a good learning platform. We learned from each other. We understood different things that we may not have been thinking. Oh my God, I can do it this way, or how children, if they are there in the house, their demands, and if they are younger, and whatever. So all of this got discussed in various platforms, and that has been helping. I must tell you that this situation has put us in a very retrospectively, we really have to think a lot. It has given a lot of time to really reflect on a lot of things that this has taught us. And I'm sure people like us, people like me everywhere have gone through this and come up with our own terms, our own understanding of this, and how do we cope up, understood our strengths in all this, what can we cope with and what we cannot, all of this. So I think really this whole situation has been a good learning for all of us, a very good understanding of what we can do and what we cannot do. And all of this, it has kind of taught us in a very different way. Be it IT industry, be it women folks like us, be it working women, be it women at home, taking care of the family and everything, but for everyone. So.
No, I think it's a very, very important point, Shilpa, you put across, that